go read Carl Jung's Abraxas. It's real good. I don't want to talk about the beginning part, but I want to talk about more on, there are being two gods. Now, obviously, I don't want to get too much into. It's one theory. I mostly like the we're in not a black hole, but a proton or something like that. First thought from that guy. Okay, anyways. The second one I like this because it's the upper, it's kind of like, okay, basically it's two gods. It could be deism, but it's two gods, and basically the only reason why we exist is because they keep on bitching, basically. It's funny. Okay, imagine it like, it's so weird. Okay, you got God and the devil, and they're bitching about who's right. Okay, here's the numbers game. Remember, when you're talking this harmonic, everything goes weird. Okay, one guy, the other guy. Why don't you just make another God, team up, and kick his ass? Well, see, then you got into the spiritual, it's a oneness. When a person starts talking like that, it's just more bullshit. But what is there about this kind of, why don't he make another one? Remember that verse in the Bible, God does not share his glory? Why don't he do this? Make another one just to kick the other guy's ass. Then they could be such harmonized, they could be like, well, that was easy. Why did we have so much pride? Why didn't we just think of that in the first place? It's a more of an object of, are they so into themselves that they don't want to share themselves fully? But let me bring that up. Not in this bad situation, in this good situation. Why does the Bible, the New Testament, say he does not share his glory with another? But let's not take it into a bad situation where he has to create another one of himself and kick the bad guy's ass. What if he just decided just to do it there, alone? And now, obviously, in the New Testament, God is the one true God, but that doesn't adjust the argument. I don't want to go into why. But what would be the holdup? If you're going to be so unified, why not make a billion of you? Because if everything is so wonderful, what would be the hang-up? Why not make me God? You say? Now they try to get the term between, what would I do if I... No, this is a perfect within and I could go into farther. That would be just a distraction. So he creates many of himself. What could go wrong? How about if you flip... See, they do construct. There's two now. What would be the construct of a doorway? It's like a doorway. That would be the single point. The theologians would mark the single point. How could you do? I go right because it happens on the other end. I don't want to go to that. Okay, here's how it goes. Here, God, you go through the door to create creation first because I'm more humble than thou art. I'll let you go first. The other one says, no. I'm more humbler than thou art. You go first. Now, is that tension, or is that two people acting like they're humble? Are they perhaps, this is a far one, are they actually bragging about their humbleness? No, I'm more humble. What could possibly go wrong? And there's life, the paradox. If nothing can go wrong, why not summon another one of you? If that's a solution, then you're misrepresenting, you're changing the definition of one, and then you're becoming bullshit. Your ego has to be so goddamn pride of yourself that you mistake the one for the one. If you're so great, why not make many of your, I will not share my glory. That's the one thing he does not share, is himself, his greatest part. See, that's where you've received the true light. You have not received from God.